Welcome to Global News Today. Please subscribe and check notification box to get all breaking news alert.
In the days before Christmas, a dangerous new tone crept into the ongoing political combat surrounding the investigation into possible collusion between the Trump campaign and suspected Russian efforts to influence the outcome of the 2016 presidential election. There have been warnings of a constitutional crisis and the reckless suggestion of a coup d'etat. Former FBI Director Robert Mueller is considered to have an unimpeachable reputation. Photo AP. Just over a week ago, the high-profile Fox News host Jeanine Pirro, an old friend of Donald Trump, said on her program there was a criminal cabal against Mr. Trump inside senior federal law enforcement circles and called for a cleansing. And in our FBI and Department of Justice, it needs to be cleansed of individuals who should not just be fired but who need to be taken out in cuffs. The same day, her colleague Jesse Watters went further, warning his viewers of a potential coup. The scary part is we may now have proof the investigation was weaponized to destroy his presidency for partisan political purposes and to disenfranchise millions of American voters, he said. Now, if that's true, we have a coup on our hands in America. Similar language has bounced around the online echo chamber of right-wing media. Within days, this inflammatory rhetoric was being echoed by Republicans in Congress, where the Deputy AttorneyGeneral, Rod Rosenstein, faced tough questioning as to whether he should fire the special counsellor leading the investigation, Robert Mueller. In response, a Democratic Senator, Mark Warner, the most senior Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee, which is conducting its own investigation into the election, warned that he believed allies of Mr. Trump were laying the political groundwork to have Mr. Mueller fired. Any attempt by this president to remove special counsel Mueller from his position, or to pardon key witnesses in any effort to shield them from accountability or shut down the investigation would be a gross abuse of power and a flagrant violation of executive branch responsibilities and authorities, he said in a speech. These truly are red lines and we simply cannot allow them to be crossed. Indeed, there are echoes of the Watergate scandal in this moment, as Richard Nixon infamously forced the resignations of his own Attorney General and the Deputy Attorney General as he attempted to derail that investigation. Mr. Trump has never hidden his frustration at the ongoing Mueller investigation. In June, he declared via Twitter that it was a witch hunt, but throughout the process Mr. Mueller has been considered politically untouchable, not only due to his role, but because of his unimpeachable reputation as a combat veteran decorated for valor, a tenacious FBI investigator, and a former FBI director known for his nonpartisan professionalism. His investigation has moved with impressive pace, already securing guilty pleas from two of Mr. Trump's associates, including former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Two other Trump campaign figures, including former Chairman Paul Manafort, have been charged, but recent revelations that two senior FBI officials involved in the investigation had exchanged anti-Trump text messages during the election have led some Republicans to cast the entire investigation as compromised. So far, Mr. Trump says he has no plans to seek to fire Mr. Mueller, and some prominent Republicans have spoken out in support of him as the best hope for giving us a product that the largest number of Americans can accept as credible. Congressman Trey Gowdy, the chairman of the powerful House Oversight Committee, said in one interview, Mr. Trump ended the year on a high, having passed what he considers to be history-making tax cuts. Despite this achievement, the intensifying battle over the Mueller investigation suggests that in the new year we can expect American politics to remain as fraught as it has been since the day Mr. Trump was inaugurated almost 12 months ago. And Senator Warner's warning is right. Any Republican attempt to end the investigation would result in a constitutional crisis more serious than any seen since Watergate. It would be a dangerous outcome not only for America, but for a global community confronting intractable violence in the Middle East and a dangerous crisis on the Korean